Shalom, family. Today I want to discuss a topic that many people overlook until it is too late. The importance of having an emergency survival bag ready to go at all times. Now, before anyone says, "Teacher, are we becoming doomsday preppers?" Let me reassure you, this is not about fear. This is not about panic. This is about wisdom. As Hebrews and believers in Yahuwah, we are called to be prepared. Throughout Scripture, we see that Yahuwah often warned his people before judgment, disaster, famine, persecution, or major changes in the world. The people who listened were protected. The people who ignored the warnings often suffered unnecessary hardship. Having a survival bag ready is not an act of fear, it is an act of faith. It says, "Yahuwah, I trust you. If you call me to move, I am ready. If circumstances change, I am prepared. If you open the door, I can walk through it immediately." One of the greatest patterns in the scripture is that Yahuwah gives warnings before major events. Noah prepared before the flood. Genesis 6 verses 13 through 14. And Elohim said unto Noah, "Make thee an ark." Noah didn't wait for the rain. He prepared before the storm. Can you imagine Noah saying, "Well, I'll build the ark after I see the flood"? That would have been too late. Preparation was an act of obedience. Joseph prepared before famine. Genesis 41, 34 through 36. Joseph instructed Egypt to store food during the years of abundance because hard times were coming. Yahuwah gave an advance warning. Joseph didn't pray away the famine, he prepared for it. Faith and preparation worked together. When the children of Israel left Egypt, they had to be ready. Exodus 12 verse 11. And thus shall you eat it, with your loins grinded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. Notice that Yahuwah wanted them ready to move. No tomorrow, no next week, ready now. That principle still applies. Many Hebrew believers recognize the pattern of a future gathering of Yahuwah's people, often called the second Exodus. The first Exodus was the deliverance from Egypt. The prophets speak of another gathering of Israel from the nations. Jeremiah 16 verses 14 through 15. It shall no more be said, "Yahuwah liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt," but "Yahuwah liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them." This prophecy points to a future regathering so great that it overshadows the first Exodus. Isaiah 11 verses 11 through 12. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahuwah shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Notice the phrase, the second time. Many believers see this as a future gathering of scattered Israel. Ezekiel 20 verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye were scattered. Again, we see Yahuwah gathering his people. If Yahuwah calls his people to move, shouldn't we be prepared? Let me make something clear. The bag itself does not save you. Yahuwah saves you. The bag simply demonstrates wisdom and readiness. Think about the wise virgins in the parable, Matthew 25, verses 1 through 13. The wise virgins had oil, the foolish virgins did not. The difference was preparation. When the call came, the prepared were ready. The unprepared were left scrambling. Your emergency bag is similar. It says, "I am paying attention, I am awake, and I am ready when Yahuwah calls." This is extremely important. A survival bag does very little good if it is buried in a closet behind Christmas decorations, old shoes, and a treadmill nobody uses. Keep it somewhere accessible. I recommend that you keep it next to your front door, inside of your vehicle, next to your bedroom exit in an easily accessible closet. The goal is simple: grab it and go. If an emergency occurs, you may only have seconds or minutes to leave. Don't waste time searching. If you have a family, prepare accordingly. One person carrying supplies for 6 people is not ideal. Every member of the household should have their own bag whenever possible. Children can have smaller bags, adults can carry larger loads. If separate bags aren't possible, make sure you have enough supplies for every member of your household. Ask yourself, what if we had to leave tonight? What if stores were closed? What if fuel became scarce? What if power went out? What if communication systems failed? Preparation is wisdom. Here are some basic items to consider. Water and food. Bottled water, water purification tablets, water filters, protein bars, dried fruit, trail mix, and shelf-sustainable food. For shelter and warmth, emergency blankets, lightweight tarps, ponchos, change of clothes, extra socks, and some gloves. For medical supplies, first aid kits, bandages, pain relievers, prescription medicines, antiseptic wipes, and medical information cards. Some good tools to keep on hand: flashlights, extra batteries, multi-tools, pocket knives where they're legal, paracord, and some duct tape. For your communications, you should always keep some battery-powered radios, hand crank radios, portable chargers, charging cables, and some emergency contact lists. Personal documents you should keep on hand: copies of identifications, insurance information, emergency contacts, maps of your area, a small notebook, and a couple of pens. For your spiritual needs, you should keep a small Bible, scripture notes, a prayer journal, maybe a list of encouraging verses. And remember, your greatest survival tool is not your flashlight or your tools. It is your faith in Yahuwah. Many times in Scripture, Yahuwah moved his people away from danger before destruction came. Genesis 19 verses 15 through 17. Lot was warned to leave Sodom before judgment fell. The message was simple: leave now, don't wait. Matthew 2 verse 13. An angel warned Joseph to take Miriam and Yeshua into Egypt. Why? Danger was coming. Because Joseph obeyed quickly, the child was protected. Psalms 32 verse 8. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. Yahuwah promises guidance. The question is whether we are prepared to move when he speaks. Some people hear this message like this and say, "Teacher, aren't we supposed to trust Yahuwah?" Absolutely. But trusting in Yahuwah does not mean ignoring wisdom. You lock your doors, you wear seatbelts, you carry insurance, you keep food in your pantry. Why? Because wisdom and faith work together. Preparation is not fear, preparation is stewardship. Family, the world changes quickly. Economic systems change, governments change, natural disasters happen, power grids fail, supply chains break. Scripture teaches us to stay awake, stay watchful, and stay ready. An emergency bag by your door or in your vehicle is a simple but powerful step toward readiness. Most importantly, let your heart be prepared. When Yahuwah calls, may we be able to say, "Here I am, Father," not burdened by panic, not trapped by unpreparedness, but ready. Ready to move, ready to obey, ready to follow wherever Yahuwah leads. May Yahuwah bless you, protect you, guide you, and prepare you for whatever days are ahead. Remember to watch, pray, and live holy every day. Shalom.